Today, for my persuasive speech, I'm going to be talking about, in my opinion, that the whole overall Apple brand is better than Samsung. Just Apple's whole ecosystem, its longevity throughout its devices, and the overall consistency that Apple makes for their devices, I feel like is better than Samsung. I'm going to be talking about 3 key areas: brand loyalty and strength, ecosystem and integration, and software security and longevity. First, I want to talk about Apple's brand loyalty. Its brand strength is shown through its customer loyalty. Apple leads the industry in retention and satisfaction rates. The retention rate is around 92%, while Samsung's retention rate is around 77%. So, based off of that, kind of shows that Apple's whole brand loyalty and strength is higher than Samsung's. Second, I want to talk about the ecosystem and integration. Apple's biggest advantage is its ecosystem. Apple connects hardware, software, and services better than anyone else because Apple designs both its devices and its operating system. Everything works smoothly. Battery life, performance, and user experience all feel consistent. Just like, for example, how easy it is to switch between your iPhone to your MacBook, and how AirDrop, handoff, Universal Clipboard, and iCloud just work naturally. Apple's devices feel like a family because they are technically, because I'm the same brand. While Samsung's, even though it's powerful, they rely on Android, which is shared across many other brands. This makes full optimization a little harder for Samsung users or Android users. Apple also keeps its updates consistent across devices, while Android, including Samsung, has struggled with its updates and fragmentation and all that. Third, we want to talk about the software security and longevity. Apple leads in software support, security, and long-term value. Apple supports older devices, older devices with new updates, and for years longer than most Android brands. This means that your iPhone stays usable longer. Apple also builds privacy and security right with the iOS. The iOS is more controlled, reducing risks of malware or unauthorized changes because of the tight control and brand trust. Apple's devices hold their value better. People can trade in or resell old iPhones for a decent price, but Samsung users can't. I guess they can, but not as effective as Apple users can sell their older devices for a decent price. Conclusion, I think Apple is better than Samsung. Isn't just about the features or camera lenses. I think the overall support system that Apple has is just much bigger than Samsung users, because of everything Apple has going on, like the iPhones, the MacBooks, iPads, all that. I think it's just a overall better brand than Samsung. Again, with the security, the updates, the integration systems. That's why I think Apple is, in my opinion, again, is just better than Samsung. And I hope I persuaded you as well that Apple is better than Samsung.